Hey Stackers, welcome back to Joseph's Reserves. I'm Joseph, and I store 20% of my income in the form of coins and precious metals. Today we're going to compare three kinds of silver that all share the same beautiful Walking Liberty design. The 90% junk silver Walking Liberty half dollars, a generic bullion round, and the American Silver Eagle. Even though the design is the same, the premiums and resale spreads are very different. And what we're going to really take a look at is how soon you can break even with each of these mediums. But first, congratulations to Emmanuel369 again for commenting first on my last video and earning another shout out here. So now let's explain what these different coins actually are. We're going to first take a look at junk silver. When stackers say junk silver, they mean U.S. coins minted before 1965. They were 90% silver and 10% copper. That includes dimes, quarters, and half dollars. Even silver dollars up through 1935. These coins were everyday money until silver was removed from circulation in 1964. The most common pieces that stackers look for are Mercury dimes, Roosevelt dimes, Washington quarters, Walking Liberty halves, Franklin halves, and Kennedy halves. Here's some key facts. It's understood that $1.40 of face value of 90% silver is equivalent to 1 troy ounce of silver. That is to account for the wear, so if you're buying in larger quantities, you'll definitely want them to be weighed out. So if you've got 3 half dollars, like these Walking Liberties I'm using for comparison, that adds up to $1.50 of face value, which comes out to 1.0715 ounces of silver. That's just a little more than a modern bullion round, and that's why junk silver is so easy to stack in small amounts and easy to track in terms of silver weight. Next up, we have generic rounds. Generics are privately minted, usually 3/9 fine, pure silver, which means they're 99.9% silver, and they took off in the late 1970s and 80s when silver investing became quite mainstream and before governments started to mint their own sovereign coins. They don't carry a face value or government backing, so their worth is purely based off the silver content. Because they're simple and mass-produced, they usually carry the lowest premium when buying, but that also weakens the resale when selling. Still, they're the cheapest way that you can stack pure ounces. Next up, we have the American Silver Eagle. The American Silver Eagle is the official United States silver bullion coin. It was first minted in 1986, and it's 1 troy ounce of that 3/9 fine or 99.9% fine silver. It carries a $1 face value and is recognized worldwide. The obverse features the same Walking Liberty design that we've been looking at on all the other coins, which makes the American Silver Eagle one of the most beautiful and recognized bullion coins out there. Because it's government-backed and trusted worldwide, the American Silver Eagle has one of the highest premiums, but also the strongest resale value when it becomes time to sell. So now let's compare the numbers with silver at $41.50 an ounce. These are premiums that I got from my coin shop yesterday, so this is going to show what the market is actually doing right now. For junk silver, buying 3 half dollars, which is 1.0715 ounces, I can buy them at spot, and the cost would be $44.47. If I had to sell them right back to the dealer, he would pay about 85% of spot, which makes it about $37.79. The spread is $6.68 right away. But to break even, I would have to wait for silver to climb to $48.82 an ounce in order to get my $44.47 back. For the generic round, I'd be able to get it for $1.50 over spot. That would be a total of $43. If I sold it, I would get the spot minus $2.25 or $39.25. That's a spread of $3.75, which I would need to wait for silver to get up to $45.25 an ounce just to break even. Finally, the American Silver Eagle, buying one today would cost me $45.50, which is $4 over spot. But on the resale, I would be able to get spot plus 55 cents, or $42.05. That's a $3.45 spread, and the break-even point there is only $44.95. So even though the Eagle has the highest premium up front, it has such a strong resale demand that it means that the break-even point is significantly sooner even than generics. The lesson here is that not all silver is equal when it comes to premiums and resale value. Generics are great for stacking cheap ounces, but you give up some resale strength. Eagles cost the most up front, but they have the best liquidity and the lowest break-even climb. Junk silver is your divisibility and carries history, but it also takes the biggest jump of spot to break even. Right now, the market prefers American Silver Eagles, but just like in many cases, American products are somewhat losing their high premium. So who knows what will be the next coin to hold that high resale value. My suggestion is to hold a little bit of each, a few sovereign mints, some generic, and some 90%. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and drop a comment to be on tomorrow's shoutout. Share this video with a friend who stacks and subscribe if you haven't already. But most of all, thank you for watching. And remember, every ounce adds up, so just keep stacking.